Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're here tonight to talk about a very special knife. That is the Benchmade 940-2001, which is a 20th anniversary tribute to the 940 and everything that it's been for Benchmade and its creator, Warren Osborne. These will be available for sale on February 14th, and we're going to go ahead and unbox it and compare it to some other pretty rad knives.
Sweet.
Rad.
Wait, Lori, what do we have on the table here tonight?
Well, we've got a couple different knives to compare. We have a Kaiser. I don't know what the name of this little guy is.
Feist.
Because it's foisty, like a foister.
Foisty.
Well, we kind of picked gentlemanly stuff. I tried to, when we were going through and looking at some of these today, I tried to stick with titanium handled stuff to be directly comparative, but I don't know.
Yeah, so this is S35 marbled carbon fiber, Chris Reeve small Smedza, box out the burl inlays, S35 titanium, ZT450, S35 titanium, red accents, the Boca Urban Trapper titanium handle,
Red accents, you said?
BG10, and the classic, super classic Osborne 940.
Mildly used.
It
came out of a pocket to do this video.
Yeah.
But that just, shows how awesome of a knife it is.
And this new Osborne,
As you cut the box
I don't like
open,
to cut it. I like
She
to
peels
peel
it.
that was a very skillful peel.
Thank you.
Well, we've done it once or twice.
Yeah.
Or 4,000 fucking times.
What's so special about this Osborne?
Well, it's one of 2,000 pieces.
Ooh.
It has a stone-washed S90 blade, and it has red accents, and then a flat titanium handle and a deep carry clip.
Red accents, you said?
Red accents.
Very much like the, which actually this
450.
was the first knife that came to mind when I thought we should compare it.
Those have a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
So I want to point out that yes, you can get an Osborne in S90 standard, but even if you were to buy the 940-1, which is the S90 carbon fiber one, and you were to buy titanium scales, you're still looking at about $361 minimum, unless you know somebody, for that combination. And these are, the MSRP is 4 on them, and I think they go for $340.
I think $340.
Yeah.
340.
So you could still get this, but you wouldn't get the limited edition blade, and you would get a different type of titanium scales as well. Just pointing that out.
Also, one big thing I'm seeing here that I really enjoy is that on this Osborne here, and I've never seen it until now, I've noticed how they've kept the angular pattern of the scales that's indicative of all the other ones they've
A lot
done.
of companies do that, though. CT does it, Chris Reeve does it.
I know, but it's a slightly different angle than everyone else, and it's kind of striking because it's got different kind of architecture to it. And it doesn't have rounded edges, it's got a bit of a burr to it, which gives it, you're going to make fun of me, tactility. It is a real word.
We're used to that word at this
Look
point.
it up.
No, but it was like in reference to keyboards or something.
What is it? Suck it, Trebek.
I think initially I immediately think of this.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
also, I'm probably not the best person to compare it because I have an affinity against S35.
Yeah.
I really don't have a lot of respect for it.
Yeah.
I get that people do. It's not my cup of tea.
I was
That's the thing. But
looking at Benchmade's website the other day, and this was interesting. They were saying that, so they have everything rated on a scale of 1 to 5 on toughness, edge retention, rust resistance. And S90 skied high on edge retention and rust resistance, but durability was lower than like S35, which didn't make sense to me.
Is S35 softer?
Yeah, I
Is
mean,
S90
well, so
similar?
durability would refer to, in that case, it would refer to chipping.
exactly, chipping.
Yeah.
So that number, like S35, S90, S30, or S45, that's coming out now. It's not, that number is an indication of how well a steel is going to perform. You know what I mean? That's what jumps to mind first, is that S90 is going to be superior in every
tougher.
way. Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's going to hold a better edge, but it's a little chippy.
Yeah.
So we're going from like a slightly, not mild steel, but a slightly softer steel to diamond.
Well,
which chips very easily.
But that's also relevant specifically to the Rockwell scale and the heat treat number. I mean, if you get LMAX up to 60, 61, it's very chippy. But you get down to 58, it has fantastic edge retention. Not so much. Not
If
so
you
much
use
chipping.
it just as a slicer and you don't hit it against things and you're just slicing soft material, like flesh, then
Which is why I can't believe they don't. Why does nobody make an LMAX kitchen knife?
It would make
It
a lot
would
of sense.
murder.
Yeah, it would make a lot of sense.
I thought Lion Steel did.
Huh?
I think we looked at it at one point.
Maybe we
steak
should.
knives.
We should make some.
We could make some.
We should make some.
We'll fill that gap.
Okay.
We'll fill that gap all day.
We did Rockwell,
Yeah.
two different 940-2001s.
Yes.
Each one 3 times, and we pretty much got 58 across the board.
You
Which
guys
is
serious?
low.
It is low.
Which
so
is just a touch low, and to the point where I did the first one, and I thought 58, that's a little low, and then I started doubting myself. So we took one of our own knives, one of our Macs that I basically calibrated it by one of our Macs, and it hit dead on 60 twice, and just the third one was just a touch over 60, which is right where our stuff should be.
Yeah.
60, 61, give or take. And so then we went and did a second one of these just to make sure that it wasn't an anomaly. And I did 6 Rockwell tests of these knives today, and every single one except for one
was what, right at
57, like 0.75. Like it
Yeah.
was just under, but it came in at 58 almost 6 times consistently.
Then it is worth noting that Benchmade claims their S90 to be 59 to 61.
Which is a respectable range as far as because a lot of people are like, well, they want it to Rockwell at 60. Well, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's going to be 61, some are going to be 59. It's just going to be,
If this
it's
thing
going
is
to move a
anything
little bit.
like LMAX, you get it up to Rockwell 60, the thing goddamn shatters.
Not necessarily.
Well,
Not all
like
cells do.
well, yeah, but LMAX is kind of that way. I don't know the chipping point at S90. I probably should have looked that up before this video.
What
But
what
it
if
did
it
not.
is 61 and people are
I'm not
hard
gonna
on their
Google it.
Benchmade knives as they always are, and like, oh, lifetime warranty, I'll just send it in and get stuff fixed.
Yeah,
Deal. So
yeah,
what if
yeah.
they purposely did that and they, I don't know. Should we Rockwell test other things out of S90?
Yeah,
Is our
probably we
Rockwell
should
tester
actually.
Couldn't
Yes.
hurt.
Our Rockwell tester's not off.
There's-
That's why.
It's a manual Rockwell tester. It can't be
Yeah,
off.
and that's why I also used one of our Macs, because I know what our Macs Rockwell at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've done them a million times. They all come in the same. And as long as, if our Mac would have come out at 58, I'd be like, okay, then now
That's
there's a
the thing,
problem.
yeah.
But when our Mac comes in like dead on
Exactly what it's
60,
supposed to be.
I know that's where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I think that, kind of hair lower Rockwell might actually be a blessing for that knife. But yeah, we'll see how it pans out.
Well, I mean, I could have Rockwell tested one of these S35s, and I probably would have fudged the results because I wanted to look like shit. No. But if you're looking, I think the most direct comparisons are this knife and the Sabenza 21.
Yeah.
But you're paying more for S35 and you're paying less for S35. But you're getting a little bit more custom this way. I understand the box elder burl adds a little bit of money, but
That's a Chris
that's
Reaver
just
point now, right?
Yeah.
yeah. But we didn't have one in the plain scale, so this is, I think, 525
Yeah.
is what this sells for. Less, obviously, without the box elder burl, but still more than this.
I think 375 or
Yeah,
400.
375, 400.
Something like that.
The
Without
new
the-
price list just came out.
Yeah,
and I don't
with
know
the
the new.
31s.
I don't know the new price.
Yep.
What about the limited edition Osborne there? What's it going for?
340.
340?
Yep.
Hmm.
I mean, it's a fairly large knife for S90. You get titanium scales. I mean, it's not
The Amicus
The-
is S90.
it's not the cheapest knife of that size with those materials, but
Yeah, the Amicus is 229.
the quality control is going to be there, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
And you're supporting, some dude in right
Oregon.
outside Portland sat there with an end mill, or did an end mill, scanned it, and then programmed a CNC machine to punch
they
these
have-
things out and finish them.
Well,
An extra
versus
factory
Taiwan,
process
Did you?
versus China, versus Tulatin.
No, sir. Taiwan.
That's what I said. Taiwan,
You said China.
China.
Okay.
Taiwan, Tulatin, Boise.
Boise,
Yeah,
Idaho.
Boise, yeah.
Okay.
Says it on every knife. Flip it
Boise.
over, you can see.
I know it says Idaho. I said Boise.
Not to be an Oregonian here, but it's Tualatin, Michael.
What did I say? Tulatin.
Like,
That was something that was really interesting. When I did the Rockwell testing, I noticed on the back where you can't see, there are 3 very small holes.
which I'm sure are very difficult to mill.
Oh, but they're definitely not.
through.
They're definitely not fucking
They're a
milled.
little
They're
oblong.
they're lasered for sure.
Yeah.
Are they?
Oh, they're lasered for sure.
Maybe that's why they're
because of how
tight.
tight they are.
Beams.
It's probably a 16th. I don't know. I don't use. I use metric when we machine, so I don't know.
You're saying
I'm guessing
they
a
laser,
16th.
they laser mark the inside?
No, not laser mark. They punch holes through it. So,
Why?
here's
That's what we're discussing.
Can we say our guess?
Yeah.
Okay, so our guess, it is a very clever anti-counterfeit measure to laser these very, very small holes in the backside of the blade where you wouldn't see it, especially if you're a Chinese company who doesn't give a shit about trademarks.
I have no idea what's
and
in
you're
there.
trying to fake these, they'd have no idea that those little holes are there because they're building it off of pictures.
Thanks,
But if
Mike. Cat's out of the bag.
Oh, come
Fucked
on.
everyone
Where-
over.
All the entire country of China has to do is spend $340 and they can find out for themselves.
The USPS
I'm not
is
ruining nothing.
USPS is not shipping to China right now.
Oh, yeah? Well, FedEx
Thank
fucking
you,
is.
oh, Jesus.
What I'm saying is, like, I mean, come on. As soon as these things are available to the public, that's not a secret anymore.
Yeah.
Some dude's going to take it apart. He's going to polish it so it's faster and smoother and all that bullshit.
I don't know if you could make it faster and smoother than that. Because some poor sap named Steve sat there for 6 days
Thanks,
polishing
Steve.
them all.
Is that
but
good?
why did they go with the different clip on these guys?
Everybody wants
Oh,
one.
dude, it's super popular.
What is that kind of clip called?
Low rise.
It's a low rise.
Low
clip?
rise mini?
Short low rise?
I don't know.
Short
I
low
mean,
rise.
the overall design is the low rise, but generally a low rise is a normal size. It just does the hoop. So
Is that
low
so-
rise mini.
Is that so it only like catches on the very top of your pocket?
Well, let's take a
instead
quick
of, like,
look
deep?
at the top of this right here. So a standard clip, you've got all of this kind of butt of the knife poking up out of your pocket. On this little guy,
Oh.
right? It curves back up before coming down, so it kind of engulfs the whole.
Your pen needs a low rise clip,
I like it because then I can just pull it right up.
Hell yeah.
so they're not for everybody.
Not for everybody. My opinion is I love these clips on small knives. But a knife the size of the 940, I would want something standard size.
Is there an
That's
easy
like the-
close?
But the
you know-
Contigo comes standard with a low rise clip.
But it's the long low
full
rise.
size.
I did that with my bailout. My
Yeah.
bailout came with this, and I put the long low rise on it.
Yeah. I mean, on a tiny knife it makes sense, but I feel like on a big knife, or this is probably a medium-sized knife.
Yeah,
There's
for
a lot
sure.
of knife just like flailing around in your pocket because you only have that much of it pinned down.
I mean, you're riding a bike. That would fucking drive you nuts.
Yeah.
It would. No,
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it like you're riding a bike or you're on a fucking treadmill or you're doing the Stairmaster because you're fat ass like me.
What the? Did you do weird ass shit?
He doesn't have to do any of these things.
Dakota for
He
ya.
just read it on the forum once.
All right, so should we try to wrap this up since we're
Yes.
reviewing a knife that's
I like it.
modification of an
Thumbs
existing
up.
one?
Yeah, I give it a solid thumbs up.
I was not excited about it, and
Once
but
it's in hand, it's better.
when it showed up
Yeah.
without the detail,
I was excited about it from like the get go.
Can I
I
see
like-
the
I
tool?
really was not. I was like, titanium
Yeah.
940.
I don't know. Like the way they did
Over
the
the mat,
corners.
please.
Thank you. The way they did the corners on the scales, it just catches in your hand more. I don't know how to really explain it.
Well, then don't buy one.
I like it. It feels grippier in the hand than the original Osborne. And what's the price of a stock Osborne right now?
182.
Yeah.
182. So you're looking at almost double the price, but you're getting a much better steel. It's roughly the
Well,
same
you get a
weight.
much better handle.
You get better customization because you can anodize it. You can do all sorts of cool stuff. You can
Well, you're gonna
flame
get
it.
you're gonna
nice
get better.
thing
You're gonna
about
have much
that.
better strength
Handle.
overall too.
Man, there's a cool pattern you could do if only you knew an artist.
Red's a knife.